can hear it, you're in for a lifetime of auditory agony. Can you hear the hum now?
Yeah.
Describe it to me. What is it like?
It's like a diesel engine far away. The sort of droning, that sort of noise. But again,
Stephanie Schaefer from Auckland's North Shore first heard the hum 2.5 years ago.
It's almost like getting engulfed by the thing. It's like somebody putting something on your head and the sort of vibration.
It's there right now?
Yes, it is.
At first, she thought she was imagining things. But a visit to the doctor ruled out tinnitus and showed there was nothing wrong with her hearing or head.
Embracing. The most awkward time is when you talk to other people about it and they sort of look at you, oh, okay, you hear a hum, okay, well, all right, anything else? And you think, but I really do hear a hum.
And she's not alone. A quick internet search reveals hundreds of hum stories from around the world. There's even a hum forum page and a hum location map. The hum's not new to New Zealand either. It's been talked about on the North Shore since 1977. And when Stephanie spoke to the North Shore Times last month, she was inundated with calls from fellow sufferers.
The amount of people who came forward and said, oh, I'm so glad you put this in the paper, and now I realise I'm not on my own in this.
A very nice park, which is underutilised.
Just around the corner in Takapuna, Ray Ralph is another hum sufferer.
It started about 2008 and 2009, I particularly noticed it, and the sounds became really audible after midnight.
What were you hearing?
A steady drone hum.
And how loud?
It's not loud, but it's penetrating. It's what I would call infrasound or something like that.
And in nearby Milford, Sue Liddell can also hear it.
It was just like one day I heard it, so I tried to figure out where it came from, but I couldn't find it, so it really bugged me, yeah, because there was no off switch, you know.
All three sufferers say the level of the noise comes and goes depending on the time of day.
The loudest places I hear this in the house. Also when I just arrive in my car, turn the engine off, it starts then, so it's already boom.
A lot of people can't hear it. My wife doesn't hear it, but I went around the neighbours and the guy next door hears it too.
When I came home in the evenings, I would step in the door down the bottom, and I would straight away just say to my daughter, can you hear it? And she'd say, hear what?
Sue's solution is to stay in the parts of her house where the hum is quietest. Ray says this sound, white noise, helps him get to sleep. Stephanie's relief is even more drastic.
To actually master sound, I came across this YouTube recording. It's actually the cabin sound of a Boeing 777.
And how well does it work?
Oh, it works really well. It cuts out the hum, it's just like magic. When I first discovered it, I was almost addicted to masking the sound. So I used up all my download data thing at the time because I constantly went on that YouTube. This one is 11.5 hours long.
And this is the noise they're so desperate to mask. You can hear it because the noise has been amplified by the scientist who first recorded it, AUT's Tom Moyer.
She's got too much noise there, definitely. You don't know where it's coming from because it's such a low frequency. It's wavelengths wider than the width between your ears, so you can't actually distinguish where it's coming from. What you're listening to is something that could be coming from maybe 10 kilometres, 15, 20 kilometres away. Yeah, that's right.
Tom's been studying the hum since he first heard about it in 2006.
You ready? Mm-hmm. About 10 o'clock, 9:57, experiment 1. Let's go. The other explanation that's been given is...
7 years later, Tom's been approached by hundreds of hum hearers across the country. But a lack of funding means he's no closer to solving the mystery.
So you are convinced
the hum exists and it's not just in people's heads.
Oh, it definitely exists. It's not inside people's heads. Low frequency noise exists. Whether this generic sound that people hear around the world or whether it's just a mixture of a whole load of sounds, I don't think has been answered yet, really.
And when it comes to what creates the hum, or hums, Tom isn't ruling anything in or out.
It could be road noise, a distant factory, noise from ships' engines, maybe at sea, the sound of pumps pumping the sewage.
Could it be the magma moving within the Earth's crust?
Could be that, but as I say, there's no way of knowing for sure unless somebody does some more work on this.
But whatever the source, those who can hear it want action. They say the council should call in a team of experts with the appropriate equipment to establish what the hum is and if, finally, it can be turned off.
Just from Clayton with that story. Vanessa Forrest was the producer, edited by Sarah Rowan. Coming up, John's